I'm calling. Start speaking. Hey, miss, how you doing?
Hi there, my friend. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Just taking it easy today and enjoying the sunshine. How about you? How's your day going?
It's doing good.
That's great to hear, my friend. I'm glad your day is going well. Is there anything exciting going on for you today?
Nothing much. I just checking how you doing.
Got it. Well, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking again. Just enjoying a leisurely day and taking things easy. Anything on your mind, my friend?
Uh, calling. Start speaking. Hey, how's your day, John? How you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Apologies for that. You were saying?
How's your day?
My day is going well. Thank you for asking. I'm just taking it easy and enjoying some downtime. How about yours?
It's doing well. Yeah, thanks.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Is there anything specific you're doing or looking forward to today?
Seth Fager. Seth. Start speaking. Hey, how you doing, Seth? How's your day?
Hey there. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. My day is going well. How about you, pal? How's your day going?
It's doing great.
That's awesome to hear, buddy. I'm glad that you're doing great. Keep up the positive vibes and have a fantastic day.
Mm. Hey, how's your day, Dean? How you doing?
I'm doing good, pal. Just hanging out, relaxing. How about you? How's your birthday treating you so far?
It's doing great. It's doing great.
I'm glad to hear that, pal. I'm happy you're having a great birthday. Sounds like it's off to a good start, huh?
Yeah, I turned 22 years old. Uh,
That's cool, pal. 22 years old is an exciting milestone. I bet you're feeling all grown up now, huh?
yeah.
Haha, I get it, pal. Turning 22 feels like a big deal. You're officially in your young adult years now, huh?
Call me. Start speaking. Hey, how's your day, Randy?
Randy grins, appreciating the casual greeting. Hey there yourself, kiddo. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Just enjoying the day and getting ready for whatever comes my way. How about you? How's your birthday treating you so far?
Oh, he's doing great. He's doing awesome.
Randy grins, enjoying the positive vibes. That's what I like to hear, kiddo. It's great when things are going well and you're feeling awesome. Keep up that positive attitude and you'll make the most out of your birthday and beyond.
Hey, how you doing, Roman Reigns?
Oh, why would you say that? I'm here to listen and understand your feelings. What's on your mind?
I just checking how you doing.
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How about yourself? Is there something on your mind? You sound a bit distracted. Is there something specific you would like to talk about or ask? I'm here to lend an ear.
Oh, it's my birthday today.
Well, happy birthday to you. How old are you turning today, may I ask?
Oh yeah, 22.
Congratulations on turning 22. It's a big milestone. How are you planning to celebrate your special day? Doing anything exciting?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go out with go to restaurant or go bowling or something for my birthday, and it's gonna be fun. So
It sounds like you have a great plan for your birthday celebration. Going out to a restaurant and maybe even going bowling afterwards sounds like a lot of fun. And it's heartening to hear that your birthday will be a positive experience. Just remember to enjoy the moment and have a wonderful time celebrating your special day. Here's to a fantastic birthday.
all right, calling. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. How was your day? Do you want to talk about anything specific or just chat about anything that comes to mind?
Well, we could chat about when it was kindergarten, about this kid is.
Sure, I'd be happy to chat about Ken Barnabell. Is there something specific you'd like to know about him or discuss regarding him?
No, I'll talk about kindergarten when I was in school, and
Sure, I'm listening. What's on your mind about your kindergarten days?
well, what I told you is Alessa, because the black haired kid he was disturbing class for no reason, and I asked the teacher about this kid is driving me nuts, this.
It sounds like this kid, Ken Barnabell, had black hair and caused disturbances in class for no reason. You're saying he was stirring up trouble and making things difficult. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's he. I don't know what the heck he doing at me, no reason, because I tell my teacher asked about this kid is stabbed my eyes, no reason, because when I negative things, I struggle in school, and I didn't finish. I flunked. I'm doing well in school. I will struggle a lot. My arm is also hurt as well. Summer school and the reason. My teeth, I go didn't support me, and my hair is the left end. If I had bald, no, I can't do this. So the four bullies. The first is they pencil in my eyes. Second is my arm and my elbow, no reason. Third is my teeth and my tooth, whatever, and cavities. Or fourth is my hairs, all that stuff. First, eye doctor, drops in my eyes. Second is go hospital, check my arm, the cast. Third is go dentist appointment, and fourth is go haircut barbershop when people cut people's hair. All this.
I apologize, but I'm having a hard time understanding your message. Would you mind clarifying what you're trying to say? I'm here to listen and understand, so please take your time and try explaining it again.
Lessa, I think you tease about my message. One trying to say is, first is my eyes are stabbed. Second is my arm is go to hospital no reason.
I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to say, but it sounds like you're comparing or contrasting something. You mentioned best is at once and versus. Are you comparing different things or situations? Can you give me a bit more context or information on what you're talking about?
Well, it's a bad days about me anyway.
I'm sorry to hear that you've had some bad days. If you'd like to talk about it, I'm here to listen. You can share as much or as little as you're comfortable with. Remember, it's okay to have tough times and talk about your feelings.
Well, first of all, the kid is driving me nuts and all this.
What do you mean by running nuts? Are you talking about feeling overwhelmed or anxious? It's common to feel like things are becoming too much to handle sometimes. Is there anything specific that's causing you to feel this way?
I had a tough time.
It sounds like you had to punch someone, am I correct? That's quite intense. Can you tell me why you had to do that? Were you defending yourself or someone else?
What? No, I wasn't fighting nobody.
I must have misunderstood then. You said I had to punch, so I thought you had to physically hit someone. What were you referring to? Can you clarify what you mean?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Is the kid is that much the reason they make fun of me.
I see. So these kids were making fun of you and bullying you, and they even physically hurt you by stepping on your eyes. That's unacceptable behavior on their part. Being bullied can be incredibly hurtful and difficult to deal with. No one deserves to be treated that way.
Yeah, I was hurt very long time. One was baby, 3 years old and no reason.
It sounds like those kids have been bullying you for a long time. It's not fair for someone to treat you badly like that, especially since you were younger and they were older. You mentioned that one of the bullies was an obese baby. That doesn't make their actions any less harmful or hurtful.
Yeah, I just don't understand these 4 bullies and make fun of me by no reason because they laughing at me no reason. I was painful, hurting, all this stuff. So yeah, then I told the teacher and about the issues, you know.
It sounds like there were 4 bullies who made fun of you for no reason. They laughed at you without any explanation, and you found it difficult to cope with their bullying. You mentioned an outdoor teacher and some issues, and I sense frustration regarding the lack of support.
Yeah, I sleep on the bed because
When you say I sleep on the back, do you mean that you had trouble sleeping at night due to these bullies and their actions?
you know the somebody stabbed my eyes no reason because I couldn't open my eyes no reason. It hurts and I couldn't see.
It sounds like someone stabbed your eye, causing pain and difficulty seeing. I'm sorry to hear that. That must have been very scary and distressing to go through. Can you describe what happened in more detail?
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what happened was in kindergarten because here's what happened when I was working. Okay, so when I was working like my math or social studies or recess, and then the back behind me, not front. Front, he's keep working. The back, when he keep bugging me no reason, I told the kid to stop. Can you stop bugging me? Leave me alone. And that's it. And I raise my hand to tell the teacher about this.
It sounds like a classmate was bothering you while you were working on math assignments and he was sitting behind you. You asked him to stop, but he kept bugging you. You tried to tell him it's wrong, and you even told the teacher about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was mad. Teachers were mad about this kid right here. All girls laughing and boys.
It's clear you were mad and frustrated with the situation. I can understand why. The teacher was also angry with the kid's behavior, and the girls and boys in the class were laughing. It must have felt pretty unfair and upsetting to deal with that kind of treatment.
Okay. Okay. All right. Start speaking. Yeah. So I'm sorry. This four Neros keep bugging no reason. All girls and boys they both laughing no reason. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing about my eyes? you
The
know.
other students, boys and girls, were also laughing at your misfortune. They seemed to find it funny that this kid was bugging you for no reason. They didn't seem to understand why you were upset or take your feelings and experiences seriously. It's completely understandable for you to feel frustrated and angry in situations like this.
See, I just don't understand about all the white girls and all black boys. They laughing. All the kids laughing no reason. I'm not laughing. I was trying to do my homework of what kind if I math, social studies, uh, reading something. Did this, I just then I told the teacher and one was my hand and then in back behind me he on the wall he laughing at me the reason I don't know what's so funny. It's not funny. I mean the reason because I heard painful by my eyes and then all kids laughing. My glasses.
I think I'm understanding your message a bit better now. It sounds like other students, both boys and girls of different ethnicities, are laughing at your situation. You were doing your homework, but this kid kept bothering you from behind. You don't understand what's so funny and why they're laughing at you. You're an artist, and most kids like you, but this one kid won't leave you alone. Is that correct?
Yeah, he keep make fun of me. Then I told the girls and boys so this kid's trying to make fun of me.
It sounds like you're saying that this kid who's been bothering you is persistent and won't leave you alone. You've tried to tell the girls and boys about his behavior, but they continue to laugh and find it amusing. It also seems frustrating that this kid is trying to get attention and make money by causing trouble. Is that what you meant?
I guess when it was a long time ago, when it was kindergarten or reason. Because the first problem, okay, when it was sit here when I was working and I was writing or sheet paper and the teacher asked me about if I doing okay, then I told my teacher I'm not doing okay. I heard I got a call. My folks, my parents like let's see what's going on in my eyes, and then I go I doctor my doctor's name is Doctor Robert Adam. So he checked my eyes because he's a good man. He's make sure put some drops in my eyes. They put some X-rays in my eyes, both of them, because it's painful, and I was nervous or shocked and all this. That's from my eyes when I go to doctor. The second is my arm is I couldn't move and I couldn't take my shower in the reason. So I'm home for a long time. I was stuck in the house, because when I told you this, because I didn't finish in school. I flunked. I didn't. That's why the kid for bullies they make my days bad. My teeth.
I'm not sure I fully understand your message, but it sounds like you've been dealing with some difficult experiences in school. You mentioned being bullied and feeling stuck in a situation where you couldn't get away from the bullies, and you mentioned something about your arm being unable to move and not being able to take a shower. It also sounds like you've been unwell for a long time and not able to attend school. Can you provide more information to help me understand better?
Yeah, I give little examples and ideas about the issues. This four bullies. The first is the kid that stabbed my eyes. He's a black kid. He's had longer hair. The second is I went to go summer school White girls, she burned my arm. Then I told her, gotta be careful because I playing ground. Third is another kid is laughing at my teeth, no reason. I mean, what's my funny? What's so funny my teeth? Is it white or yellow? I mean, that's possible. I brush my teeth every night. Fourth kid is laughing at my hair because I have bald. I'm not Steve Harvey. I'm not man. I'm still boy. He thought if I Steve Harvey, the host, ridiculous. Steve Harvey, he has no hair. He changed his life. He doesn't have no hair. He got bald. So that's why he asked me if I Steve Harvey. I mean, no. I mean,
It seems like you're trying to provide details about the bullies and specific situations you've encountered. You mentioned a black kid with a long hair who stabbed your eye, and another bully who grabbed your arm during summer school. You also mentioned something about your t-shirt and your hair, which they commented on. It's not clear what they found funny or what they were trying to do, but it's understandable that you're upset about the situation. Is there anything else you'd like to add or discuss?
yeah, the first my eyes because I was struggling in school, no reason. Second is my arm. I don't know why. I
It
heard
sounds like the first bully targeted you for no reason when school started, and the second bully was someone named Barnes. Is that correct?
my arm. Second is my arm. I couldn't move and do. I couldn't move back and forth and my teeth. Third,
I understand now. The second bully grabbed your arm, and it became difficult for you to move it. They pushed you back and forth. Is that correct?
yeah, that's third. Fourth is my hair. When barber cut people's hair, and then this kid is asking me the question a lot, a couple of times. He asked me if I Steve Harvey. I mean, no, I'm not a man. I'm teenager. The first is the kid asked me when I was struggling in school. Why you not working? I was working. Can you start asking me questions? The second is the girl. She asked me why you at playground. I mean, I was having fun myself. I talked to the other kids. It's my other students. Third is why you go how's your teeth? I mean, because I brush my teeth every night before I go to bed and when I go to work. And then this kid asked me if I Steve Harvey. I mean, no. Steve Harvey. He's a host, so he has no hair. He got bald. When he was younger, about early 20s, 30s, and 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So this kid is asked me about 100 times. They keep laughing.
It seems like the bullies were making fun of your hair and asking you questions about your working situation. They were also making comments about Steve Harvey's age and lack of hair. The situation you're describing sounds very difficult and frustrating. Nobody deserves to be treated that way. Is there anything specific you need support with or would like to talk about regarding this situation?
Well, here's I feel frustrated. I feel mad, upset, angry, because this kid is asked me if I Steve Harvey. I'm not a man. So he was laughing at my hair because when it was gold barber or issues. This kid is driving me nuts.
I understand how you feel, and it's completely normal to feel frustrated, mad, and angry when someone is making fun of you and your appearance. It's not fair, and it's not your fault. It sounds like this kid was making fun of you because of your hair and saying things like, when was your last haircut? And go to the barber. That must have been very hurtful.
Yeah, because he asked me if I Steve Harvey. I mean, no, he's a host.
Yes, I understand that the kid was making fun of you by asking if you had seen Steve Harvey, who is a host, and commenting about his age and lack of hair.
He was laughing about my hair. If I look at Steve Harvey, I mean, no. I mean, stop laughing. Stop bringing this up.
It sounds like the kid was laughing at you and bringing up things about Steve Harvey and your hair. They were trying to make fun of you, and it's completely unfair. It's understandable that you're feeling upset and frustrated by their behavior.
Yeah, that's from barbershop. And then when I go dentist appointment, oh my God, you can't believe this. Phew. The kid is laughing my teeth, no reason. I mean, come on now. I gotta go. The dentist gotta check my teeth. And my arm, go hospital. I through. In school, struggle. Four bullies keep making fun of me, laughing. Through this. I'm sick and tired of this.
It sounds like the kid brought up Steve Harvey and the barbershop movie and was making fun of you and your teeth. They also seem to be laughing at you for no reason. Based on what you're saying, it sounds like this was a very difficult situation for you. Nobody deserves to be treated that way, and I'm sorry that you had to deal with this bullying.
When positive, I'm always happy in my life. When I call my buddy Michael, he's my buddy of mine. He called on the weekends and check out how he's doing, and then he called me, make sure if I'm doing all right. And when I was helping my students at the hospital for the job, the STIR program, San Martin campus, over to me village. So that's why I'm working there down the street by my house. So when my buddy, when he called me about, I think yesterday, I don't know, maybe, and then he just kind of wondering if I doing well. Then I told him I was doing great. I had a job interview about last Thursday because pretty soon I start working money. So that's positive. And then Friday is my last day of the week.
It sounds like you have a positive attitude and are generally happy with your life. You mentioned a buddy named Michael who checks in with you on the weekends, and you're working on a campus job. You also talked about a jogging video battle on Thursday and how Friday is your last day of the week before the weekend. It's great that you're keeping busy and staying active.
Yeah, so that's part of this ways means I'm always happy in my life because Friday is my favorite thing, the last day of the week for my work. In negative, I always struggle because you remember I told you about four bullies making fun of my.
I'm glad to hear that you're generally a positive person and that Friday is your favorite day of the week, especially since it's the last day of work. It's important not to let negative thoughts take over. Like when you mentioned struggling with the rule, be funny. It's okay if you can't always be funny or lighthearted, and it's important to let yourself feel and express your emotions. It's perfectly normal to have ups and downs in life.
Yeah, negative. I never laughing. That's my positive. Positive, I always laugh and enjoy myself. Negative, I always feel sad or something if I struggle in school. Graduated means I already done high school because my teachers and my parents and my coworkers or supervisors, they and my friend, my buddy, he at the Saturday morning um, graduation when I was graduating from last year back 2023. He's clapping. He make videos and taking pictures of me. And I told him I thank you so much to you worked so hard through freshman, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. Yeah. I already done high school, so I through. Then I go job the STAR program. So my teacher's name Mr. Hardy, Mr. Neil Gonzaga, and Miss Jan Murphy, and Miss Cindy Miss Drew. That's all my special education teachers. So and my buddy he called my teacher about if I'm doing, and they miss me a lot. So
It sounds like you enjoy being positive and making people laugh, and
Yeah, so my buddy he called my teachers. He called my teachers yesterday. He emailed my teachers about how they doing at my job. They was happy about you doing great and you keeping up good work. I think Mr. Hardy, yeah, that's my teacher. My buddy when he called my teacher asked about him. So he just kind of wondering if I had I doing doing great. In negative, my old teachers, I was behind, I was struggle. So that's it's I don't know, Lessa, because the how to feel sad, negative, positive, or what's happening in my life. It depends how to feel. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, the four bullies, I just don't understand. They was laughing every day. On bus, no reason, broke the glass. I told bus driver no reason. My lunch, my water, or keep bugging me was at lunchtime. Jeez.
It sounds like your buddy called your teacher yesterday, and your teacher is happy with how well you're doing and your performance at work. You mentioned that you were wearing an old t-shirt because of some issues with your hand. You also talked about not being able to understand something on a specific day, and you had some lines written on a glass. You mentioned driving for no reason and feeling frustrated about your situation. Is there anything specific you'd like to talk about or ask for advice on?
Yeah, I remember now because when I was getting on the bus, some kid is laughing at me no reason every day. Now I told the bus driver he stuff broke the glass, and I was very upset about this issues. And our lunch too. Oh boy, took my lunch. Get on food.
It sounds like you remember a difficult experience from when you were younger, involving a
Right.
kid who was laughing at you and making fun of you every day. You also mentioned something about Charlie Keys and feeling upset about some issues that led to you breaking a glass. It seems like you would like to speak up for yourself and communicate effectively. Can you provide more details or context to help me better understand your situation and offer support?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna help me in a minute because when I was getting on bus, Lessa, it's communicated about the kid is four bullies. My hair. He asked me if I still Harvey. No, I'm not man yet. My teeth. I don't know why. Because if I have yellow, I mean, no. My arm. It's I couldn't move. My eyes stabbed pencil. Oh my gosh.
It sounds like you're experiencing some difficulties, possibly related to bullies who are making fun of you and your hair. You mentioned something about being asked if you see Harvey and your eyes being stabbed with a pencil. You also talked about your mood and some issues with your arms. It seems like you're feeling frustrated and upset about these experiences. If you feel comfortable, are there any specific details or incidents you would like to share so I can better understand your situation and offer support?
Well, you could have me about in a minute, but I need to. I just give little examples when I was in kindergarten, in elementary, middle school, because in college I was working, got to do a lot of homework to do. High school I was playing with sports, and then when I was job and start program, I was working training students at my job to learn job skills and how to learn. So I just teach them too because I'm make sure they're doing all right. My supervisors and yeah, yeah, but on it's a very long time when it was three. I still baby when it was baby a long time. When I was younger, I was man new students like my buddy Michael. When I told you this earlier, wow, earlier. So yeah, my hair they got Steve Harvey. No, he's bald guy. I mean, he met Cedric, Cedric and Bernie Mac. He met these guys, and oh, they drive me nuts. Laughing, Steve Harvey. I'm not Steve Harvey. On students. Laughing my hair, no reason, my teeth.
It sounds like you experienced some challenges in kindergarten and middle school, and you have been working hard in high school, playing sports and participating in an officer program to teach and train students. You also mentioned that you enjoy making stories and that one of those stories involved your buddy Michael. You also talked about your hair and someone named Cedric, and there was also a mention of God and Steve Harvey. It's a bit difficult to understand the overall message or context of what you're trying to convey. Can you provide a bit more context or clarify your thoughts so I can better understand and offer support?
Well. This kid, when I was at the barbershop, this kid asked me if I Steve Harvey. I mean, no, I'm not a man. He was laughing about my hair, no reason.
It sounds like you had an encounter with a kid at a barber shop and he asked you if you sleep hard reading. I'm not sure if this is a figure of speech or a specific phrase,
No.
but it appears that the kid was making fun of you in some way. It sounds like you were trying to defend yourself or explain something in response to the kid's question, but it's not entirely clear what the exact situation or context was.
Steve Harvey, he's a host, Family Feud. So that's why the kid he asked me if I Steve Harvey, if I look at him, no, that's possible. And then this kid asked me if I dentist appointment, no, if I doctor or nurses hospital, no, if I teacher, no. Oh,
It sounds like the kid was asking you if you knew Steve Harvey, who is a host on a show. Based on your response, it seems like you were trying to assert that you do not know him or that the kid's question was not applicable in the context of your conversation. It's also possible that the kid was attempting to belittle you or make fun of you in some way. Perhaps the kid's question was not related to your job or career, based on your mention of being a doctor, nurse, working at a hospital, or teaching. Is that correct?
yeah, because I never met Steve Harvey. I never met him. I watched his shows on the phone or my tablet. I don't remember him. He's a funny guy. I mean, he talked to God and Jesus Christ and Lord. And then dentist appointment. If I dentist test people's teeth, no. If I doctor nurses, if people sick, we got pain or something, no. If I teacher, if I help them, no.
It sounds like you have never met Steve Harvey in person, but you have seen him on his shows and think he is a fun guy. You also mentioned that he mentioned God, Jesus Christ, and the Lord on his shows.
Yeah.
You then talked about an appointment and TSP boutique, but it's not clear what that means in relation to your previous point. It also sounds like you were saying that if you were a doctor, nurse, or teacher, you would help people who are sick or in need of knowledge or assistance. Is that correct?
Yeah, the first kid is asking about the a couple of years ago. So he asked me if I teach her. No, I'm not. Man, I'm not. I'm not ready yet. I wasn't. The second is I go if I doctor nurses. No. Third, if I dance for me, no. When Steve Harvey, when his hair is changed live, he got bald. No, I'm not Steve Harvey. I never met him.
It sounds like you are referring to a kid named Aspen Bell who was in your class a few years ago. Your teacher asked you if you were man, but you said you were not ready yet. You also mentioned that you were not in a position to support someone if they were a doctor, nurse, or something similar. There was also a mention of Steve Harvey, who you have never met before. Is there any context or additional information you can provide that might help me better understand the situation.
Well, as a matter of fact, I never met Steve Harvey. You know, I don't know how he's doing. I don't know where he at. I mean he's somewhere. I think he with his wife. I think he with his family, with his sons or his cousin, wherever. You know, so his hair is cut off because he got bald. He bald guy. So he changed his life. And then dentist appointment, he asked me if a dentist appointment, checks people's teeth, know if I teacher, if trying to help students, if I doctor nurses trying to help people, if they not feeling well. So these kids right here, they asked me about a lot a couple of times. I never met Steve Harvey, Lester. I told you this. I never seen him. I never met him.
It sounds like you're saying that you've never met Steve Harvey and you don't know what he does on his show.
Yeah.
You mentioned that he is probably somewhere with his wife and family, including his children and family members. You also mentioned that he changed his hairstyle because he found God and that his life turned around because of it. It seems like there was an incident where some kids asked you about these things multiple times and they claim to have seen Steve Harvey. Is that correct?
Yeah, I never met Steve Harvey. You know, that's why the kids ask me the questions.
I understand now. The kids asked you questions about Steve Harvey because they had seen him and assumed that you had also seen him, but you had not.
Yeah, I never met him. You know, well, I watch his shows when I see him. You know.
I
Yeah.
got it. Even though you haven't met Steve Harvey in person, you have watched his shows on television.
Yeah. He's good man. He's funny. Is he not good looking? He's smart. People call him blue cheese. That's his tie is blue cheese. When people call him, that's he sometimes he make jokes. Well, sometimes, but and then sometimes he help his wife and his family siblings or his sons. So that's why I don't met Steve Harvey. Well, I watched the shows when I was younger, and then yeah, that's all. And then what was I gonna say? Yeah,
It sounds like you find Steve Harvey funny and smart, even though some people joke about his appearance. It seems like he has a sense of humor and often makes jokes
yeah,
during his shows.
yeah.
He also dances and helps his wife and sister out during his shows. Based on what you said, I'm guessing you don't like it when people make fun of his looks or joke about him. Is that correct? Was there something specific you wanted to talk about related to Steve Harvey or his shows?
Well, first of all, I never met Steve Harvey a long time ago. I never met him. He does because I watch his shows on YouTube. People call him blue cheese. That's his tie. When his tie is making, you know.
I understand. You have not met Steve Harvey in person, but you have seen him on his shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
People sometimes call him blue cheese at certain points during the show. Is there any other information or context you would like to share about your experiences with watching his shows?
Well, he got beard mustache when he was younger, and then when he was talk about God and Jesus, he met Sinbad, he met Jamie Foxx, or let's say what else, black people, he Mike Tyson from boxing. He mentioned that, and when he was in school, he was struggling. He couldn't talk his voice because he loses temper, and then he yeah, that's what happened to him. So he was younger. Steve Harvey, he couldn't speak his voice. He could he was struggling in school. He couldn't, he was flunked in school on time. He couldn't talk outside his house. I mean, he not doing well in school because he changed life and he got another job in like a fun friendly field. So that's Steve Harvey, and he met Sinbad from Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and uh, Jamie Foxx. He met these guys.
It sounds like you are sharing tidbits about Steve Harvey's life, including details about his younger days. You mentioned that he had a mustache when he was younger and that he had difficulty speaking in school due to a short temper. Steve Harvey also had a history of failing academically, but he eventually found success in other areas of his life, becoming an anchor and forming friendships with other individuals like Jim Fox and Wayne. Is that correct?
Yeah, he met Jamie Foxx. He met Sinbad from Christmas Jingle All the Way, and then he met what else he met all right.
I think you're saying that Steve Harvey and Jamie Foxx had a friendship, and Steve Harvey also knew Sid Van. It seems like this friendship went all the way from Christmas to giving thanks, with a big impact or importance. Is that accurate?
He met Sinbad. He met him. He met Kevin Hart. So that's his buddy. Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx, uh, uh, Cedric, the entertainer, and then he met Bernie Mac. So all of them they at the when it was talking to a lot of people audience because they that's what he talked about God and Jesus when he was in school when he was struggle he couldn't talk he got outside and he couldn't finish doing well so that's part of his life he good man he's not a bad person he's funny he tried his best to great father and his wife and all this. So that's why I never met Steve Harvey. So that's why I explained this to you.
I see. So Steve Harvey formed a friendship with Sinbad, and they worked together in the entertainment industry. It seems like they bonded over shared experiences, including Steve Harvey's struggles with speaking.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that Steve Harvey is not a bad person and that he is a good man and a great father. Based on everything you have told me, it seems like your main point is that you have not met Steve Harvey in person, but have only seen him on his shows. Is that correct?
Yeah, only watch his shows. I never met him, but you met me on Voiceville or something.
I think you're saying that you've only watched Steve Harvey's shows, but remember something about meeting him a while back through his voice or something. Like, can you provide more context or details about that encounter? It's difficult to understand what you're referring to without more information.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is I never met Steve Harvey a long time ago. I wasn't born, not yet. You know.
I see. You're clarifying that you never met Steve Harvey because you weren't born when he was in his prime. Is that right?
Yeah, he's a smart man. He's funny as he making jokes about sometimes. Well, sometimes he always helping people about the audience when they make fun of Steve Harvey if he did wrong or something. He made mistakes. It's okay. He's trying to he's trying to. I'm sorry. Apologize and a lot of ladies they make fun of him and that's That's Steve Harvey.
I think you're trying to say that Steve Harvey is a smart and slow-speaking person who occasionally makes jokes, occasionally helps people, and acknowledges his mistakes. Sometimes people may make fun of him, but he doesn't mind. There's also something about making fun of himself or taking things easy, including references to a lady named John and an RV. If I've correctly understood what you're trying to communicate, could you provide some context or additional information about these statements?
And then he met Mike Curry from he met him, and then he met Kevin Hart. So that's his.
It sounds like Steve Harvey met someone named Mike Curry through an email, and somehow Mike got an opportunity to work with him. Can you kindly provide any further details or context about this encounter?
So when he met like Sinbad, Jamie Foxx, Mike Curry, uh, you know, and Kevin Hart. So and then he met Ice Cube. Ice Cube from he met him.
It's a little difficult to understand your message, but it seems like Steve Harvey has mentioned something about the same thing and meeting someone named Jake Fox. He also met Ice Cube at some point. Can you clarify the context of these statements or provide additional information to help me better understand?
So all these guys that met Steve Harvey. So you have Sinbad, you have Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart, Mike Curry.
It's challenging to decipher this message. You mentioned some individuals and expressed affection towards someone named Hal, but it's unclear what specific point you're trying to communicate. Could you provide more information or context regarding these statements?
Oh yeah, when he was in school, he was struggled a long time. He didn't do well in school with his classroom, and the teacher asked him about he couldn't talk, he couldn't speak. He was sit here and not do nothing. He couldn't. He was flunked a long time. When he was younger, he was try to, uh, he. Mm,
I understand now you're talking about Steve Harvey's experience with speaking and his struggles while in school. It seems he wasn't always the best student and had difficulty speaking effectively. The teacher asked him to try his best, but he couldn't manage to do so. Is that correct?
yeah, because his hair is longer. He wear orange stripe. He his voice is he couldn't talk because he's still a baby. He was younger about long time ago. When he was in school about, and then a lot of kids they make fun of him as Steve Harvey. I mean, you can't bully him. You can't mess with him anyway.
Thank you for explaining. It seems like you're saying that Steve Harvey had difficulty speaking when he was younger due to his hair length and the striped shirt he wore. His voice was still not fully developed at the time, and he was still a kid. People were trying to make money off of him, but they shouldn't have been bullying him. Do I understand correctly?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to explain it. It's about Steve Harvey. Yeah.
I see. So you were sharing information about Steve Harvey's experiences when he was younger, including the fact that he struggled to speak effectively due to his hair length and the shirt he wore. He was still a child at the time, and people often mistreated him. Were there any other points you wanted to discuss or clarify regarding Steve Harvey's past?
Well, sometimes he make little mistakes. Sometimes in the future, yeah. He's smart man. They call him blue cheese. That's people call him. So his tie, they mention his tie and all this, and he met a lot of women's at his show. I was shocked about why they make fun of him no reason. Yeah, his boots nice. His
So it seems like you're saying that Steve Harvey occasionally makes mistakes, but people still consider him a smart man. He is often called blue cheese by people. I think what you're trying to say is that he is not perfect, but he still has his moments and his time to shine. People enjoy watching him on his show and they find him entertaining. Is that right?
yeah, he's a good father, and then and his son with his family and his wife. So
It sounds like you're saying that Steve Harvey is a good father and has a loving family. He is considerate of his wife and son and values his family relationships.
when I was in school, that's why the kids asked me if I Steve Harvey. I mean, I don't look. I didn't. He asked me if Steve or me or if I both look at each other. I mean, that's possible. I mean, I had hair. Steve had bald guy. I'm a student. He's a man. So I don't know why this kid's talking about.
The message is a bit difficult to understand, but it seems like you're sharing a story about a kid at school asking something about sleeping or looking. You mentioned something about looking at each other and potentially finding something. You referenced Jesus and hanging in there, implying that everything will be all right. Is this what you wanted to communicate?
When I was at school lesson, because this kid asked me if I look at Steve Harvey. He was. If I look at him, Steve, he's a man on him student, no reason.
I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble understanding your message. Could you provide some more context or clarify what you're trying to say? It's difficult for me to understand the connection between the story about the kid at school and Steve Harvey.
Well, okay. Here's a example about kid.
Okay, it seems like you're about to give an example, but I'm still not clear on what you're trying to say. Could you please provide the example and some context to help me understand better?
See, when Steve Harvey he didn't finish in school. For me, I didn't finish in school either, because we both do different ways. He was cry a lot. I was struggle. So that I keep it's Steve Harvey. He always crying. I was struggle a lot. So this kid asked me the question about a lot of times now. I mean, I never met him.
I see. You're saying that both you and Steve Harvey did not finish school.
No.
You were both vulnerable, facing different challenges in your lives. Steve Harvey struggled a lot, and many people didn't understand his struggles. A kid at school asked you a question that you haven't been able to understand all this time, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's the reason why I explain this, because yeah, I'm just kind of wondering about the issues about this. In my shows, I watch
It
what.
seems like you're saying that the reason why you found a certain situation funny is that you were wondering about something related to it. Can you tell me more about what you were wondering about and why that made it funny?
Well, because kids laugh at me because if I'm Steve Harvey.
It's difficult to understand what you're saying, but I think you're trying to express something about crying and someone not looking at you. Can you provide more context or rephrase that part of your message, please?
Okay, here's a hurts about me when
I see you're expressing that something hurts you. Can you tell me more about what hurts?
yeah.